So, yeah, as I mentioned, I share a screen Marie Spivack teaching Louis Belson with a student, and it's really neat to revisit that video. I highly recommend it to you and anyone watching. And one of the things Richard Martinez heard that, and so this isn't firsthand information, but and I have noticed watching that video that Louis often is throwing for doubles.
Right. That's right. I noticed that too.
And
right. That's right.
I guess someone mentioned that I guess Murray would teach, as well as the regular wrist turn approach. He would teach doubles and no strokes via throwing, which is interesting, right? And Murray starts off with he instructs Louis to play singles, and to play singles, Louis is throwing.
That's right. I've seen that.
Until it gets so fast that it doesn't make sense to throw anymore.
Yeah.
So why don't we take a look at that in terms of having you do it? Okay.
Throwing for the singles.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if we put the metronome on at 54. Now, what's really interesting is I do a lot of teaching in matched, and but I don't practice very much.
Yeah.
Although before a lesson, sometimes I'll spend some time thinking about it, yeah. Right? And I will practice it. But what I notice is that you are thinking so much about, well, how does the left work if you're in matched, that now the right is suffering.
Right, yeah.
You're not used to splitting your mind in matched. You're used to splitting your mind in a different way.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fascinating. So I just wanted to provide that caveat. So I have to think about how this would work myself, right? What's really happening? Let's start this. Now I'm just running the systems check. I also have to play it in time. The end, I wasn't throwing anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I'm used to doing it this way. Good. And it works. And it's just the left in traditional is just the right hand on the side, because you're still getting this motion, right? You're still getting that motion. So that's where they become similar, although the stick is running through the hand differently. And there are distinct idiosyncrasies that are specific to the traditional grip relative to the matched. So, metronome on at 54. Pardon me. Okay. You're just going to start off with quarter notes.
Yeah.
And then you would go to quarter note triplets.
Right.
You'd go to eighth notes. You go to eighth note triplets. Then to 16th notes. 16th. Okay, so not too bad. Too bad. Coming along. But let's think about this. See, in traditional, you know what's interesting about traditional is it can provide insight into the right. You know?
Yeah.
It's quite fascinating. In traditional, and then when I get it correct in the left, my right improves. Yeah, so you get.
Oh, were you gonna get that? Oh, okay. Please come in. Oh,
You get.
I didn't know if he was gonna
Never have too many musicians in a room.
go. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but you see what I get happening here is see,
Yeah.
the stick pops up and flies up.
Yeah.
On in the right, there should be something similar going on, right?
Right.
It should do that. I think. See it? Look at see what mine looks like. Set up for traditional. See, I'm trying to let that thing go. There you get that. You're only coming up to here somewhere. It's not very free.
I see what you're saying. So, would you say that when I'm throwing to just kind of get a bit of rebound like that?
Fascinating. That given the way I described it. No, I'm talking. See, I went in traditional to show you how this happens.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah, in the video, in the Spivack video, Louis Murray's at some point showing, yeah, you see, this is where your horsepower is, and he's got his hand way up, and his hand is nice and open. Now the right is different, so I don't want to start having you do something with your hand, because here's where here's where it's different.
Right,
But,
right.
but if we really have a 3-finger grip, see, without doing much at all, see, it does that. See, I'm not clenching it. I let the hand will, it's already better. The hand will do, Joe, the hand will do this. It will. See, there's a squeeze and release, but we're not doing it. That's the magic. Now, Marie does say, and then you can cock again, and the middle finger can also add its own amount of thrust. Well, it will add its own amount of thrust, and perhaps you could do it purposefully, but what we're searching for is for this natural thing to occur. You see? You're loose going up and you're tight coming down. It's squeeze, release. Now take the stick out of your hand. Copy me. Stay with me now. Right? Yeah. Okay? So we're just hanging out here, right? And okay, you can do it that way. My thumb is facing the camera, so
Yeah.
maybe you'd want to mimic me more precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, look like that. Uh-huh. And so what is it? You're just doing this. This. No, see, your hand isn't doing it. See, that's how you're playing downstrokes. You're not loose. You're holding your hand too tight. No. See, that's exactly what you're doing and what I'm not doing. Or I'm aware of not trying to do better. You see, sure, there's a release at the beginning, right? Now, what about up here? What about up here? I'm open. Look, I'm not holding a stick. Why are you like this? I'm open. If I have nothing in my hand and I just do this, it don't you see it opening? Opening? Look.
Yeah.
Well, you never stop here. Look at my fingers, they're open. Yours are all closed, touching each other. Mine are like a half inch up here that's like a finger's width apart.
Right.
More like, come on, open up your hand. Peace, brother. So that's a Roman ordering 5 years. My showbiz background, sorry. See, be natural. Don't hold it open. Let it, see? How does it feel to open? You feel it wants to come back. Just let it come. It wants to be there. You have to stretch it open. Oh, that takes some energy, right? Well, you're asleep. I don't think your hand is like this. I don't think. Yeah, it kind of wants to be there. Now, what's happening is we become acquainted with this feeling. So even without a stick in our hand, we get that. Try it again. No, you got to let it go. Remember the flick? But you there? No, you're going to start closed, and you're going to flick, and then it should close again. Yeah. There, almost. Give it a flick. It'll pop open at the top, maybe a little. Come on, flick it. You're not gonna get it to flick open. Flick it. Give it something. Come on, flick that darn thing. Yeah. Almost. Let it open at the top. Let it open. It opens at the beginning a little bit, and it seems to become more profound as it gets to the top, and then it reverses. There. Almost. Come on. It's all going to be one thing. Flick it a little more. Don't pump your arm. Flick it from the wrist. Come on, let it open up at the top. Open at the top. Say, you weren't open. You opened it after. But that's good, you notice. Come on, let it open at the top. You have to flick faster, dude. How fast can you flick? Flick it open. Flick it open at the top. Almost. Almost. Come on, let it come Let it come apart at the top. Let it go at the top. Ah, all right. More like that. Okay. See, there's no time, Joe. Immediately, yeah. Well, it starts with a bend and there's a release. And then you're going to follow it up. And then you're going to cock your wrist. And then the forearm's going to come down. But you know, when it actually happens, see, that's breaking it down. But, and here's the difference between someone who can do it, but doesn't quite know what they're doing and doesn't care. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're doing it. Or then you have the people like Dick Wilson, who were able to figure out what the heck they were doing.
Yeah.
So I get more of this. This. No, still not open. There it is. Come on, let the fingers open it. Let the fingers open at the top. And they'll close. But it all happens so fast you don't know it. There it is. See, it closes right at the end. It's all closed. You don't have to close it after. You're getting the idea. All right, so if you put a stick in your hand, see how this exercise has already really helped you. We discovered a lack of understanding with regards to a part of the technique, this downstroke. This idea is foreign to you until now. So yeah, we're trying to get that, and I'm holding it here. That means your other fingers can really relax. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything. That's the mysterious aspect of this. We hold it like this. These back fingers aren't even on the stick. That looks pretty good. They're not even touching the stick right now. And I just go whack. And I'm holding it right in here. See, I'm holding it. Look, look. Now you don't see these fingers opening up. I'm holding them away, and I feel, if anything, maybe now the middle finger is doing that. But I'm not doing it. The stick is pulling on it. Look, it's open. Don't you see it's open? It's open, yeah. And so, and if I want to build a grip and keep these fingers not purposefully away, but just gently off the stick, now I'm playing over here somewhere, doesn't matter. And now it seems like these fingers will follow. They're not pulling. There's nothing happening. I'm really holding it here. Okay. So give her a go. See if you can feel that. Because that's going to muck up your singles, your regular wrist turns, and everything. Come on, you got to let it go. No, you're too polite. You're too Canadian right now. We're not going like this. Now we could make a little throw and still let it go. Right? We can make. But I want you to give this thing. Just flick it up and see what happens. No. Now you're doing this. No, it's right in here. Watch. Might be too soon for this, you see. Copy my timing. Copy my timing.
A bit of a delay.
Yeah. See? It's all here. Look how high I'm coming up. I'm not coming up as high as you, I don't think. The rest isn't. But the stick's popping up because look, I'm turning my wrist. Keep doing it. Come on, let it pop up. Once you get it going, you're done. The speed that you do this, is the speed that's going to follow throughout the entire stroke. A little better. The stick is starting to pop. Let's see. Now look, when I watch you, and it could be somewhat having to do with the camera angle, maybe, but I see some of this. For what we're doing, I'm seeing, so that feels like you're coming up like this.
Yeah.
Right now. And this thing at this speed, for what we're doing, I don't see this part of my arm as much as I do with you. Let's see if I can figure this out for you. Yeah, you see, you can barely see it. I'm not sure if the change of putting it higher, does that change it maybe? Yeah, you can see it a little more there.
A little more, yeah.
That might have something to do with it. But see? It's a little awkward, but you get the idea?
Okay.
Okay. So we want to get a release, squeeze. There's a squeeze and release, but I'm not doing it. No, it's better. It's more, you're just letting it go. It's better. Could you take your ring finger and pinky off? Can you do that? Lead with your wrist. Oh, look. See, it rolls through there? Yeah. Okay. And here, I'll give you one more. I'll give you another. Is it data or data point in Canada? Is it data or data?
Oh, data.
We're going to have to rewrite the entire Star Trek Next Generation just for the Canadians. So, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, you can feel it rolling through the guide.
I was feeling a bit of that here.
It'll roll through there, doesn't it? Don't go shoving it down. Flick. It'll all come down by itself if you do it. There. Come on, let it go. Come on, let it come up. Let it come up. Flick it, flick it, flick it. Let it come up. There it is. Hold on to the 3. There it is. See, it just takes off, doesn't it? You're not doing much. You're just flicking. Like kind of like the flick sort of thing. Can you play that now? With that in mind. That's much better. Let's hear it. Let's see if the left can just, what do they call that?
Didn't Richard call that cross-lateral transference?
You see? You're getting the idea.
Okay. So, okay, the singles.
Yep. Come on. Flick, flick. See? Your right's coming up. There it is. Come on. 3-finger grip. Let that stick pop up. Let it come up to your glasses or whatever it would come up to. You don't have to force it down. You just have to get it going and it'll come down. It's going to come down. It's going to come down. You set that thing in. Oh, yeah, it's better. You playing quarter notes?
Yeah. A quarter note triplets now?
Now quarter note triplets and keep that motion. Don't lose the flick. You just get that thing to flick. Let the hand do its thing. Don't interfere with what the body wants to do. And while the other hand is flicking, the hand not flicking is just waiting at the floor. Or it should be on the right. Left a little better. Keep it at the floor. Now you're starting to lose your flick and everything's contracting and getting tight. on, you gotta get it up to your glasses. Somewhere here. Okay. Eighth note. Keep the flick. Yeah, let it go. It's easier, isn't it? Just flicking. And just holding in here. And letting things happen naturally. Don't get in the way of your body. That's what your body would do. You're getting in the way of it. There you go. See how snappy that is? All right. Eighth note triplets. Flick, 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 flick. Come on, keep the left up your glasses. Come on, it's not about shoving it down. It's about getting it cut. It's about making a proper motion. Stay loose, just make a motion. Okay, 16, keep the flick, keep the flick. Let it go, let it go. Come on, keep it going. Okay, 5, 5. Oh, come on, don't lose it. You're trying to lose it. Come on, don't lose it in the right. Left better than two. Right. Flick, flick in the right. Oh, you kind of lost the flick. Now you lost the flick. Don't lose the flick.
Okay, yeah.
So you're up into a 5, and then you become balanced. So put it at 48.
This is really interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it. Go with it.
No, it's interesting because when I would watch the Spivack video, I could see Louis Belson throwing for those singles. I could see him throwing for the singles, and he did the same thing with the doubles. When Murray had asked him to play the double strokes, I saw him. He was throwing for those doubles as well.
Look how much better it is already. Yes, yeah. He's correct. Until it's too fast, and then it just becomes
exactly. Yeah, that's what I noticed doing that.
Okay. So okay, so you're going to put it at 48. You're going to play 16th notes.
Yeah.
Now let's hear that.
One E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4.
One and picture.
Oh, one
we know cross lateral transfer. You know that. You must know one and. It's not much of a flick, you see. You're not letting it go. You got to give me the flick.
Okay.
Flick. There it is. There it is. Now we're trying to experimenting with 5. Keep that click going. It's all about that motion. 5. You lost it. You gotta keep the motion going. Almost. A little more. The arms become a little more concentrated. So here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Go. See? You see?
Yeah, that's
see how that looks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. It's loose and has this. Yeah, don't give me. It happened like I showed you. I'm just doing this. Right. So come along. So. Oh no! Sorry. I forgot to turn my metronome down. So I was doing that at 54.
Yeah.
Are you at 48 right now?
Yeah, I'm at 48.
All right. Go and put the metronome at 44. And let me see groups of 5 with a relaxed, snappy throw, the one you're starting to feel. Yeah, I don't really think it's not snapping up. It's not flying up. You gotta let it fly up. You gotta let it come up, come up, come up.
Well, yeah, it's tricky. So
You have it. There it is. There. Yeah. There. That's okay. Okay. So we're at 40. We're going to go 40 to 54.
mhm.
We'll start you at 40 to give you even more of a chance to feel
Yeah, I mean that it would be better, I believe, at 40.
right. But you got to get this. You know, sometimes you have to challenge yourself, even though it might seem perhaps mature to feel it at a tempo where you can accomplish that task. Sometimes we have to challenge ourselves and crank it up so that it's not quite comfortable.
Exactly.
Okay, because you know I can do this. I can get all the way up to 8 at 60.
Mm.
But at a certain point it modulates into just regular wrist turns, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Do you get this? But this is really going to help you. So work on this, 40 to 54.
Yeah.
Don't lose, pardon me, don't lose the natural inclination. Body really will do this. It really will. Come on, let it open at the top. It's got to open. No, it opens more. It opens, opens, opens. Look, my first finger is like here. Look at my first finger. Something like that. No, it's open. I'm open. Yeah, when I go like that, look, I can see my. You can see the first. You can see the hand almost in this shape.
Yeah.
There it is. Or like that. Yeah.
Always.
It's almost like you're flicking. It's as if this motion flicks your fingers open.
Right.
There, more like that. Yeah, flick your fingers open. But don't go shoving with your arm to get it, because then you'll lose the wrist, and it affects the fingers, doesn't it? Look right.
Yeah.
The wrist affects the fingers. So if you start doing this, you're going to lose any of this that might be helping you to see, because the bending of the wrist. You see, the bending of the wrist does this. There's a release right at the beginning. You'll start to feel it right away if you lead with your wrist. No, no, no. It's just this much. No, no, no. All right, I'll spend another minute. We spend all day on a data stroke. It just does this. It just does this. It does this.
Right.
Look, Dick is showing me in my video. Yeah, what are you doing? You go like this. It doesn't do that. I mean, eventually it'll become more and more open. It's tiny. And then come back. And then come, no. Just feel this. And then come back.
Right, right.
Smaller. No. Look. Look how little that is.
Okay.
I told you to go and get a 2-pound weight, but you haven't. Do you feel your fingers opening a little when you do that?
Yeah.
Come back. There you go. Yeah. See, that's the beginning, and see that releases your fingers right there. That's all you need to get it started. That's the beginning of it. And once you watch, you'll see it now. Now that you've seen that, felt it, watch. See, it starts with that. It starts with that. That's what I'm doing. See? It starts with a tiny little bend. Then I follow it up. But to get it started, it's just that. No, you're too bent. It's tiny. You're too bent. Look, I'm not bent like you. You're like this or something. Too much. Too much. Better. That's what it starts. How it starts. Tiny. Okay. Good. that gave you a bunch of insight. Now let's take a look at master studies. Spent the whole lesson on your downstroke. Classic Kevin Crabb. But it's important, see, because how can you play anything without that knowledge, really? Because we're throwing all the time. You need to know how to throw. So now we're looking at master studies, and did I have you start at 54 or 60? Let me look. Da da bo de do, bo de da do a, day do day da do, but da do day way down, day do do, day do 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 day. I remember as I was getting started out here, and my knowledge and memorization of all the jazz tunes, so that I could put, you know, the title of the tune that I was hearing together with the tune.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing wrong. You know, you'll hear a tune, you go, "What is that called?"
Yeah, exactly.
Or you'll have written down a tune that you really like, but you can't remember how it goes, but you know it.
Yeah.
Right. And I just remember I was at Rocco's, which is now Vibrato, sitting in. There was a regular jam session with Tony Dumas on bass, and Mark Ferber was on drums, and I'm trying to remember the very well-known pianist as well. It'll come to me, and they called that tune, and I remember playing it, going, "I know this tune," and I'm busy playing it, and I did a great job. I soloed off like you did. I haven't seen your solo yet, but I remember so. But as I was playing that tune, I was going, because it doesn't sound like a typical 12-bar blues. Like, what's the form? I got to get the form. Somebody calls a tune, you know it, and while I was playing, I was thinking, what is the form? And it finally occurred to me, oh, this is just a 12-bar form. It's 12 bars, right? Which you know, correct?
Yeah.
You know it's a 12-bar form.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it's just a 12-bar. But I remember searching. I did a great job, but I figured it out as I went along. Like, oh, yeah. So anyway, beautiful tune, Solar. Okay, so now we're looking at master studies. We're on page 16. Now I had you starting, it was pretty slow, starting at 60. So things, see, what we're trying to get happening is, you know, 1 down, 2 up, right? So already, look, we already have the throw. Don't you see? There it is. Okay. See? Up, 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 right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and do this.
What tempo was that, Kevin?
That's it. I had you at 60 to start with. Three-finger grip. I don't want you clamping with the back fingers. It'll spoil it. See, Joe?
Yeah.
See, that's the idea, that if you're looking to get some of this happening, which is what you're feeling today, and you're clamping with the back finger, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Which is kind of how you started off playing today. Kind of clamp down. And so the stick never came up. It never came up. It never came up. Your stick was glued into your hand, so you could only come up this high. So we're looking to set this stick free. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that stick, roll through that 3-finger grip. No, you're not really letting the thing rip, you know. And I get, because we're going into oh, yeah, you say I have to think a little bit more about that hand. But it's there. It's all the same. Okay, so let's, okay, go ahead and do it again. Now, no. The first note is going to, these notes stop down. See, that's why this is so important, right? We're going, and then it has to stop down when we play 3.
Right.
Yeah, that there is see, and the squeeze is built in. You see what I mean? See, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, 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 but you're not doing it. You just flick. A little better. Flick it up. Let it go. It'll squeeze and release and stop it low for you. No, it's starting to bounce up. Nope, bouncing up. It's got to stop down just like your regular throws. It's not stopping down. It was. There, down, to right, down, down, down. No, it's not stopping down. No, it's bouncing up on the first note. Okay, just the right. Be close. Just the right. Just the right. Oh, hello. Just
Okay,
just,
right. Yeah, I'll do
just
the right.
the right. No, just the right. Playing the 3, 1 down, 2 up.
Oh, so you just want this then?
Yeah. See, it's not stopping down. Now it is. There it is. Yeah, it stops down, down, and then it releases. Then it releases. Then it's got to stop down with a squeeze. There it is. It stopped down there. No, not quite. Now just play. Just if you were to play and not loop the one exercise and the other, if you just play 40, it would always start right. Do that. I think that's what we need to do this week. For a minute.
So just the 2 measures, just with the right hand then? Just
Yeah.
the right hand.
Not just the right hand. I want you to play alternating sticking now, but not loop them so that it goes right and then left.
Right. Just do, okay, so.
Come on, lift that thing up. It's got to stop low. Just like it's low, there. Come on, it's like that exercise. See? Low, 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 low. No, you bounce up. No, you're bouncing up. You're bouncing up maybe 4 inches, 5 inches. There it is. Now you're low. Low, 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 low. Okay, good. Good. All right. So da, 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 da. This is what I want to get. Squeeze release. Squeeze release. Squeeze release. Squeeze release. Squeeze. Squeeze release. 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 Squeeze. 80. Try it at 80. finger grip won't work. This way. Okay, so at this speed, all right, getting to work now. So let's see. See, it's bouncing. It's bouncing. I want it to bounce. It's gotta bounce, bounce, bounce. See, if you land closed, and then this. Remember you mentioned, and this is where you got hung up 2 lessons ago. So don't get hung up today, or don't get bugged by it. Just have fun with this, because you know that you found ways to, you've gotten this out pretty fast. And to make this exercise playable, we talked about the flick last time. And I abandoned where I was taking you. But at the end of the lesson, when the camera was off, you talked about playing a solo in front of some students and noticing that you were moving around the stick.
Right, that's right.
Okay, that's what this is. So this will help form a bridge between what you're experiencing in a natural way and what it is I want you to experience in a natural way with regards to this exercise. So we can lock it in, and you can get your head around what it is you're doing. The brain teaches the body, I guess.
Right.
Maybe. Or maybe it can work the other way as well. All right, so what we're looking to do here, we're taking it to another level, just like we took the throw to another level. You were throwing fine, but you weren't really throwing, right? Now you're starting to get that thing happening, right? Which you can see happening here. That's why this is a really cool exercise, actually, because it combines just a regular throw, you know, with an upstroke, because we're playing triplets. See? Up. It's too slow right now. We were dating. See? Look what's happening. Squeeze, 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 release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. There's the little flick. Squeeze, release. But what happens is, and I want it to bounce. I'm not throwing for 3. Throwing for 3 would be That's not what we're doing. We're going squeeze, release, 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 squeeze. Now look what's happening. Can you see it? Can you see it? You see it?
I'd have to get a bit closer.
Yeah, you're on your little. See, I told you got to get that fixed.
Yeah.
It's gonna hang you up. I'm gonna slow you down. Right? See, we're getting.
I can see it now.
We're getting this. Moving around the stick.
Yeah.
So it closes and then moves around the stick. That's what I was trying to have you do before, and you found it weird.
Well, it'll move around the stick if the bead's resting on the surface.
Well, remember, it's hard for people to imagine that you could just leave the bead down and go up and not have it touch. So we can do this. It's not going anywhere, is it? All right, so we can make a throw. We can leave the bead there. I've had students argue with me and say, that's impossible. And what you'll find is not impossible is to move around the stick without the bead resting on the surface.
Oh, right.
But what we're doing right now is remedial.
Yeah.
So we're going to rest it on the surface to help you feel it.
Yes.
Okay, so if let's see how would you do that? You're going to make a throw. Good. Now you're going to lay the stick, just touch the surface.
Yeah.
I'm not even bending forward yet, just touching.
Okay.
So there's no opening of the hand or anything. I just turned and touched.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is the bead is on the surface. We're going to roll around it.
Mm.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then once you're here, you're going to throw again. Yeah, don't forget the little flick thing you're working on. That touch. No. Take your time now. The touch isn't any. There's no
touch. Okay.
Touching it just so that you have that feeling of security that you can move around while it's laying on the surface. Okay, now you're going to roll forward.
Roll forward. Yeah.
You see, it's moving around the thumb.
Yeah.
And it's moving around that 3-finger grip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like there's a screw running through there somewhere, right in the
Yeah.
middle, and you're rolling around it. Okay, so now you're open, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right? And you're a little bent forward. Sorry, you're bent forward, but your wrist has gone up a little bit. You didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're ready to throw. You're up. All you had to do is that. Now what? Without going up anymore, as you turn to the ceiling, the butt end's going to come in contact, and you're going to make one of your little flicks that you've been working on today. Roll forward now. Roll around that. Now you're ready to throw. No, I know you want to do that. I've been trying to break you of this habit for a long time, and this is where it's hard it's kind of hard to believe. I get it. I told you, you're up. This is a cool way to practice throwing too. You're up. You're up.
Okay.
Now we're going to cock to the ceiling.
All right.
No, here's what you did. Well, you were saying right. Oh, better though. Watch what you did. Now watch. Just enjoy the process or process.
Okay.
In Toronto. Yeah. You're like this, right? So you've opened up, rolled around the stick, and you're up. Don't make too big a deal out of it. You don't want to hurt yourself. It's normal. Move as little as you possible, quite frankly. Now you're up. Now there's going to be no more forearm going up at all. If we did it in slow motion, we would start to turn the rest towards the ceiling. Turn it towards the ceiling. There, see it goes down, and then you finish your blow. There, it doesn't go up once you go. Now move around the stick. Move around the stick. Come on, don't lift the butt end up. Just leave it there. Now you're ready to turn to the ceiling, and your forearm's going to go down. It's not going up at all. Why would it? Go on, turn slowly and feel it go down. Forearm go down. There, and finish. There. Now go up and do the same thing. Touch. Just touch. You're getting it. Touch. Just touch. You want to go around it right away. I said just touch first.
Okay.
Okay. So now flick from there. Don't come up anymore. Turn almost, but your forearm didn't really come down because you don't believe it. You want to lift the forearm and put down.
Okay. So here.
Roll around the stick. Yep.
Rotate.
Now you're just going to flick, and the forearm's coming down. You're at the top of your throw. You still wanted to give me some of this. Look, you just want to get some of this. You know.
Okay, so,
but remember, it's this. Look, it's this. It's this. Look, if you're doing this with no stick, like we did, where there's a top of the stroke somewhere, right here. That's where we are. See, there's the wrist is at the top somewhere, right here. The wrist, you're at the top. And then you'd flick. No, it doesn't come up anymore. You're at the top. It's now, once you're at the top, the only where to go is down. You're going to get to some imaginary stop. Once you get to here, everything drops. No, it didn't drop. Watch what happened. The puppet master dropped everything, and you went like this. No, the puppet master dropped it. Drop it. No. Hold this up. By the skin might hurt you. Hold this up with your other hand. No, I've got my hand. I'm clamped around my whole wrist. Just 2 fingers. I'm not doing this. Here you go. Hold it there. Come on, lift it up. Let it hang like a puppet on a string. Now, take the stick out of your hand. Okay, hold it up in the air. Why isn't your hand open? See, that's what I keep saying. You're all clumped in. Why wouldn't your hand be open? You're dead hunk of wood. You're Pinocchio, puppet on a string, Geppetto. Let it hang. There you go. Now, okay, now drop it. There. So once you get to the top of your blow, it just drops. The top of your motion, it just drops. Go on up, roll around the stick. Oh, see, you're nice and up and open. It's hardly going to move. It's only going to go down a tiny bit. And just flick and let it drop a half an inch or an inch. No, you lift it up. Your forearm didn't just drop. Just let it drop. It didn't drop. Here, watch. If I just let this drop, here's what happens.
All right, so we're here.
That never happens with you.
Yes.
Hi. Ta-da! Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It just drops, and you flick while it's dropping. And you flick. That's when you flick. No, it didn't quite drop, did it? You don't quite believe this yet. Almost. No. Look. Watch. Somehow you go to flick. See, it drops here. You go to flick, and it comes down slow. No, you want to get a big wind up. Oh. Okay. You have to experiment with that. So now let's put this into practice. Let's see if we can get it to happen. That's kind of the idea now. Okay. You'll get this. You felt it, which means you're going to feel it again. Okay, so at 80, we're just getting, see, this is where that throw, see? See I'm at the top, and then I flick, then if I go, see, I'm moving around it. See it? Try it. Just go ahead and throw for 3. Or not throw for 3, pardon me. Throw for 1 with 2 up. And as you're moving around the stick, it should bounce. No, you're not opening up and moving around the stick. That's why it's not bouncing. Almost. Don't go lifting your arm up to move around the stick. No. Okay, I'll show you a Richard Martinez thing. And then we're going to.
It's a challenging thing to develop.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of something you usually show students more towards the end.
Yeah.
I'm keeping you moving, and every student's right, and you have a fast nervous system. You'll be able to get this.
No, I know.
Right. So what was I going to? Let me think. How I can. Oh yeah. So just go ahead and pry this stick up, holding your hand tight. Come on, pry it up, leverage it up.
Should I rest the stick on the?
Yeah. Yes. And don't open your fingers. No, we're not.
Open them.
Yeah, leverage up around it. It'll poke your elbow out. Feel it? Right. Now, without moving your hand, let your elbow fall in.
No, without moving the hand, let the elbow fall in. Okay.
See what happened? Okay, leverage it up. Leverage it out. Might be too soon for you too. Okay, now let the elbow fall in.
Okay, got the elbow fell in, yeah.
What did you feel?
Well,
Yeah, I don't think you felt anything.
oh, I miraculously enough, I'm not feeling a considerable amount of tension here, although there is a little bit.
Okay, I'll show you what to look at. Okay, leverage it up.
Okay.
Because this is what you're doing. You're going. So leverage it up, which is what you were doing. Come on, the elbow comes out, which is what it was doing.
Yes.
Now, if I don't let the whole thing collapse, and my elbow fall in, my hand releases, and the stick falls into the middle finger. Don't you feel how tight the hand is?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, let my elbow come in, the whole hand just releases.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the stick fall into the middle finger?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me you felt that, so it's subtle, but not that subtle. To me, it's like really obvious. Here, the stick isn't laying in the hand. I'm crunched up, I'm leveraged up, elbows poked out, and as soon as I release my elbow, the stick just falls right into the middle finger. It's nice and relaxed. This is how we go up. We just go up like this. So we get see, it's just laying in my hand. Just watch. So when I go to go so my elbow doesn't go poking out because I'm not doing this. I'm going like this. See the difference? Okay, try it again. Don't hold your fingers tight and poke your elbow out. It goes up it goes up so you're moving around the stick. Not a lot will happen. You're not going to feel a lot of leveraging. Yeah, it does that. And then you throw. And then you do that again. And then you go da-da, da-da-ba. That's when it would, nah. You go like this. No, it's this little flick. No, it's not this. The forearm is going to come down, not go up anymore. Nope, it went up.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. It just went down. Let it down. It's going to go down as you turn the bead to the ceiling. Come on, time it. Oh, it didn't go down. It just waited. You're scared. Yeah, you got to flick real fast because that forearm's. There you go. This forearm's going to get to the surface. You better. There you go. Like that. Come on, it went down when you're controlled weird. Come on. That forearm. But don't go lifting it up anymore. Yeah, more like that. So that's how you're going to get. That's how you're going to get your rebound. Can you do that? See, I'm kind of moving around the stick here.
Give me 1 sec. I'm going to plug my phone in.
Great. So much for continuity here. So, oh, great. Now we're at the exposition. See? It's just that. It just does. Here, just do this. Just do this. There you go. Now flick. No, you have to roll around it when it does that. Hold on. Let's make sure. Oh, look. Your butt end is going up. You're not really going around it, which you're feeling now. So, see? The butt end stays flat. There you go. Now flick. Yeah, just lift it up with your wrist. Stop using your arm. There is no arm. No, you're lifting your arm up. Just flick. No, flick from here. Flick from here. Flick from there. Flick down. No, you're going up. Flick. No, you're lifting. Nope, you're lifting. Nope, you're lifting. So let's find another. You got the. You got.
I'm trying to get this.
I know you are. And you got it to bounce. You got a critical what? Your throw's gotten better, but you don't understand it in context with this. So we've got that, right? Okay, wait. We're going to go to slow motion now. There it is, come on. How come your bead didn't come up? So I know how to fix this. No. You can get the rebound part in real time. And as long as you keep bending, you're still applying force and keeping the rebound going. There you go. Now we're in slow motion. No, come on. Should be flat, laying on the surface. Flat. Well, flat, laying on this. There you go. And you're bent. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to very slowly turn the wrist to the ceiling, and we're going to notice, watch, we're going to notice the palm is going to move towards the butt end as the forearm comes down. Now watch me. As you're in your little phone. The palm is going to move towards the butt end. And right by the time I've lifted, at that point when it touches, now you've lifted the bead off the surface. And you're going to finish it. So let's just get this part. You're going to start to turn, and your forearm is going to come down so that you touch the butt end. No, you're not going to make a throw. You're going to bend forward. Right? Now, the forearm is going to come down and so your palm can touch the butt end. No, you're not getting it, huh? The forearm is going to come down. Why is your bead going up? It can't. The bead cannot go up until the forearm comes down so the palm can touch.
Right. Okay, like this.
Look, get in there. Hold on. Let's see. So I'm not quite all the way down yet, am I? It's here, and now I can start to lift the bead up, and the forearm has just a little further to travel. There you go. Finish it. Okay, do it again. Bend. Don't have the bead come up in the air. Just leave it flat.
Yeah.
Now, by doing this with your wrist, there, let it touch the butt end and lift the bead up when it touches. There, and finish it. There. Do it again. Now you're going to roll down so that the forearm lowers. There. Finish it. There. That's what it feels like. You got it. You just have to do that slowly over and over.
Yeah.
You can start to feel it. But can't you see that's what's happening? You say, look. Oh, you can't see. No, and by the way, you won't have time to lift it up that high. So if we're going to touch and go around the stick, this lowering of the forearm so that the palm can come in contact with you only have about that much. You don't have much time to lift that bead up. It's got to happen. It's going to come down, touch and flick. Forearm's going to come down so you can get that. You get the leverage. So you get that torque, and there's your hand doing what you know it does. You get that. You don't get this. You get this.
Right.
One more time in slow motion. Forearm's got to, no, by then, the forearm should, as the forearm comes down, I feel like this motion, I want to be lifting the bead up, but it won't lift it up until I touch. And then I still have a room to finish my motion. Don't come that high. Don't come up that high at the end.
Okay. So
Roll up, roll up. Okay. Lower it down. Start to lift up the bead, but it won't come up because it can't. Now it can. Finish it. Finish. There. That's what it feels like. You got it, man. You got it. Yeah, see, now you're going down. There. See, it's all wrist. There's none of this. There's none. None.
Right.
Don't you believe Buddy Rich when he says it's all in the wrist?
Right.
It truly is. That was good. Just enjoy the process or process
Right. Process.
of feeling that in slow motion, and then it'll just it will manifest in real time, and you'll be playing 1 down and 2 up before you know it.
Yeah.
Really good. Throws much better too.
Yeah.
Let this thing go. Let it be free. Okay. All right. Very good.